In this video, I will show you how to fix the liftgate open warning that won't turn off in a 4th generation Kia Sportage. If the instrument cluster continues to display a liftgate open warning, even though the liftgate is fully closed, the most common cause is a faulty liftgate latch switch. The liftgate latch contains a built-in switch that tells the body control module whether the liftgate is open or closed. Over time, this switch can fail or become stuck, causing the warning to stay on even when the liftgate is properly latched. Before replacing the latch, make sure the liftgate is closing completely and nothing is preventing it from latching securely. Inspect the latch and its striker area for dirt, rust or debris that could interfere with its operation. To confirm whether the latch switch is the problem, we will disconnect the electrical connector from the liftgate latch. Open the liftgate and locate the small emergency release access cover on the inside of the liftgate. Open the cover by pressing the locking tab and pulling the cover out. Through this opening, you will be able to see both the emergency release lever and the electrical connector for the liftgate latch. Press the locking tab on the connector and unplug it. Now check the instrument cluster. If the liftgate open warning disappears, it strongly indicates that the latch switch inside the latch assembly has failed and the latch should be replaced. If you do not want to replace the latch right away, you can leave the connector unplugged to prevent the warning message from appearing. However, keep in mind that the exterior liftgate release button will no longer work because the latch has no electrical power. You will have to open the access cover each time and manually operate the emergency release lever to open the liftgate from the inside. Now I will show you how to replace the liftgate latch. Using a trim removal tool, carefully pry off the upper trim panel. Next, loosen the screw securing the side trim panel and remove it. Repeat the same process for the side trim panel on the opposite side. With the side trims removed, it's time to remove the main interior panel. At the bottom of the liftgate, you will see a plastic retaining clip. This clip is meant to be removed with a flip side screwdriver, but in my case the center screw just keeps rotating and does not come out. So I'm using a needle to lift the center pin. Once the center pin is raised, the rest of the clip can be pulled out easily. Next, remove the liftgate pull handle. Insert a trim removal tool or a flathead screwdriver into the slot at the top of the handle and gently pry it outward until it pops free. There are 4 screws that secure the main liftgate panel. Remove all 4 screws using a Phillips head screwdriver. With everything removed, grab the interior panel and carefully pull it away from the liftgate to release the retaining clips. Now you will see the liftgate latch assembly mounted in the center of the liftgate. Locate the electrical connector attached to the latch and disconnect it by pressing the locking tab and pulling the connector straight out. With the connector unplugged, use a 12mm socket and ratchet to remove the mounting bolts securing the latch to the liftgate. With the bolts removed, carefully slide the latch assembly out of its mounting position. Now take the new latch, slide it into the same position and reinstall the mounting bolts by hand to avoid cross-threading. Tighten the bolts using a ratchet. Or if you have a torque wrench, tighten the bolts to 6.9 to 10.8 Nm or 5.1 to 8 pound-feet. Finally, reconnect the wiring harness connector, then test the latch by opening and closing the tailgate several times before reinstalling the interior trim panel. Hope this video is helpful. Subscribe to WheezJoint for more DIY repair videos. Thanks for watching.